All right, so here you are. Here are my flashcards. There are only 3 of them. There are no sentences. There's also nothing on the back. Nothing on the back. And it's not on the back. It's inverted, but I think you should be able to read it. Okay. Now, could you ever imagine going to the doctor and the doctor responding to you that due to your illness, you have a disease that is caused by you eating human feces? Now, you probably don't want to imagine that because it's nasty, but 11 million other people in the world can't say otherwise because they do experience stuff like that. Now, I'm here to talk to you today about typhoid fever, about its contamination, and also the severity of the symptoms. Now, typhoid fever is caused through the consumption of human feces, according to the CDC health professionals. It is a Salmonella typhoid bacteria that is caused by eating contaminated foods, right? Or drinking contaminated water. Now, this is fairly common in developing countries where sanitary needs and standards has not reached yet its peak. And one fairly unique thing about this disease, though, is that it only contaminates or infects humans, or it only comes from humans. Now, this is unique because many other diseases in the world actually come from animals. Like, for example, AIDS come from chimpanzees, or the modern day coronavirus actually comes from, steroids who come from animals today, too. Many diseases actually are rats, other type of infestations, rodents, and stuff like that. So that's actually fairly unique. One fairly unique thing about this disease in terms of its contamination. Now, with regard to the severity of the symptoms, according to the NCBI, which is the National Center for Biotechnology Information, over 130,000 people die annually with this disease. Now, you can have fairly benign symptoms that comes with this disease, like feeling fever-like symptoms, if you will, it's in the name typhoid fever, or having your abdominal area or cavity burst open, due to you not receiving treatment. Now, in terms of receiving treatment, the symptoms for this disease are fairly benign, right? Which is antibiotics. However, when you do not receive the appropriate amount of antibiotics, like azithromycin or something like that, the disease can either prove fatal, right, which is fairly rare cases, or you can get very, very sick, feel very ill, and have to have surgery, or possibly your body be maimed due to like the disease and stuff. But according to the NCBI, many people feel fine after a couple of days of treatment, and well, it can get better on. It can get better later on. However, many people highly recommend that you receive antibiotics for this disease. Now, overall, though, I hope that you admire my speech. Hope that you took a couple of things out of what I had to say today, and I wanted to thank you. And remember that the transmission is simply due to the consumption of human feces, which is disgusting. And also, the severity of the symptoms for typhoid fever is fairly benign when you have antibiotics, but could prove to be fatal if you do not have antibiotics. So, thank you.